as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
A pleasant good night, cycling fans and supporters. Welcome
guys to the 188th edition of As the Wheels Turn. As our viewers say, the best thing happening on a Thursday night here in beautiful Burrell Boom, where for this week we've been blessed with good weather. So the sun has been out every day this week almost, and we're excited to bring to you guys another lovely edition of As the Wheels Turn. Be an exciting show tonight, Andrew.
Yes, I have to expose I'll catch you the munch up.
Yes. Thank you to the man on the screen, Kevin Logan, for food, shrimp curry.
All right.
Thanks for that special meal, Andrew.
Yes, man.
Really appreciate that. But again, we're excited to be here another week with our fans and viewers and supporters. And we have some exciting news happening this weekend as well we're going to talk about. But I think, as usual, you're going to get into your regular opening stuff.
Yes, man. Of course, I want to thank Mr. Kevin Logan for the delicious food we are having tonight. And of course, our tires we have on. Mr. Kevin Logan, we want to invite all of our cycling fans or die-hard cycling fans. Do you know what is? The Tour de France will be rolling starting Saturday. So, man, I think we have to report some of the...
certainly.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. But,
so are they starting with a regular stage, or are they doing a prologue?
Regular stage.
Okay.
Regular stage.
Then the time trial comes later, right?
Yeah.
Excellent.
Yes, thank you, fans. We want to thank the man behind the scene, Jurgen, doing a great job. We want to welcome each and every one of you this Thursday night here in beautiful Burrell Boom. We had a great weekend. Why people may wait for the YouTube Road Championship. I mean, I see the views gonna skyrocket. I didn't see so many people, view it. I think over close to 6,500 already view that stuff. So the guys who watch the race over. So we want to thank the fans. Remember to like and share. So before we normally get into, I only have one birthday. We get into birthdays. One birthday? I have one birthday. And then
There's got to be more birthdays than that, man.
Well, for me, I know I know I have birthday to our little twins in the Cayman Islands. My grandnephews, Keegan and Kyle, celebrated their birthday earlier in the week. What do you have?
That's it? That's all you have?
That's all I have.
I was checking out the Road Championship. Yeah, over 6,000 views, Andrew.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty amazing. Well done. Now I can see why you're so popular, right? All right, let's see what's popping up here on my screen for birthday greetings.
Oh, we have some nice prize tonight today.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. I want to thank Ms. Sheridan Gabat out of Houston and Mr. Glenn and Margaret Checks.
Yeah, it looks like kind of for cycling related people. It looks like a slow birthday month. But I have one, Cliff Banner. His birthday was June 30th, 3 days ago. So happy birthday, Big Cliff, out of the River Valley, Limonal Village. Let's see who else. Miss Tamar Jones' birthday was same day as Chris, June 30th. Happy birthday. We have Doug Jorgensen.
Okay.
You know Doug, right?
I know Doug, right from
Yes,
here.
Doug's from Boom. And Doug is always tuning into our show and the races. So
I know you still ride though.
Yes, he still rides.
Still ride, okay.
Doug's birthday is tomorrow, July 4th, and my good friend who passed away unfortunately this year, Kenroy Reynolds, affectionately known as Benji. His birthday will be tomorrow, so happy heavenly birthday, Kenroy Reynolds. Let's see who else. The others will be moving into next week. Dwayne Parafit is on Sunday.
Okay.
So we go to Sunday, right? Dwayne Parafit, we go Sunday?
Yeah.
Sunday week. Okay, so Dwayne Parafit is our last one here, and his birthday is on Sunday, July 6th. So Dwayne, come out and enjoy some racing in Boom and celebrate your birthday as well.
Yeah. Happy birthday to Mr. Carl Rabatuto, best goalkeeper. That's,
Okay.
Miss Philippa and brother.
See, there's always my daughter's birthday. My daughter's mom birthday was June 30th. Margaret, happy birthday to you. And I think that's all we have. Yeah, birthdays are a big deal, but it seems like for cycling-related people, July is not a big day or a big month. But anyways, if you guys are celebrating your birthday in July, happy birthday to you from the Wheels Turn family, Andrew Adonis and myself.
George, you have the picture of that special young man, a special young man who I'm graduate. Okay.
That's all right.
And again, a happy anniversary to you and Mrs. D.
Oh yeah, but we had a nice time.
Yes.
We had a nice time.
I saw you guys had some nice lunches and
Yes,
dinners and everything else, so that was amazing.
Yeah, we visited some Mr. Denfin McNabb, and I was with the famous Barbara Greenwich McNabb. She married in Greenwich, so Barbara McNabb Greenwich, that's what I say.
The maiden name is what?
McNabb.
And the married name is Greenwich.
Greenwich.
Okay, so it'd be McNabb Greenwich.
Greenwich, all right. She is the she have the beer pantry show where I always watch the beer pantry show.
Okay.
You get all the recipes from.
Nice.
So she's visiting, so took some pictures, hang out a bit. Those are my cousin along with Tracy and Derek. So they're in Belize.
I find this one.
You find a one? All right, well, that's cool. That's cool. I said you said the destruction and destruction. So go put up George. So Ethan, the one up on the slide. Folks these are ruction and destruction. These are the guys who we call ruction and destruction. But Ethan is graduating tomorrow. So Ethan, Grandpa, Granny, and the whole as a Will Turns family cheering for you. Big man, boy, the man a big man now.
Yes.
Yes.
Graduating, huh?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
So he'll be moving into infant one, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Excellent.
And here, pa, school, the man going, son Joseph, probably two cousins there.
See-
Juju and Riel.
St. Joseph.
Yes,
That's my alma mater.
yeah,
That's where I graduated from, St. Joseph. But congratulations to Ethan. Doing very well. Just a smart kid. Always excited to see them when I get here Thursday night.
Yeah, they asked, okay,
Uncle D. Yes, so great kids.
What? Like Miss Kirsten, and you're watching in the RV.
Nice.
Yeah. Thank you. She's a faithful fan and supporter. Of
Oh,
cycling.
absolutely.
Yep.
Kristen, where you headed this evening? Road trip?
Road trip.
Yes.
Yeah, but yeah, RV the road trip. This we want talk about the first race. It was a Thursday race. The Belompan Thursday race. I think Georgian have that up.
Which one was that?
Because after the Cat D. So in the category B, Daniel Caro riding for Team Santinos, first place. Second, Calbert Flowers, Fun and Fitness. And third, Mr. Derek Gideon. I think he's attached. And that's for the B category. And moving on to the A category, we have Big Sam Vicio, first place. Second, Richard Santiago back on his bike. And third, Efrain Mencias. So that's it for the Belompan race. And the other race would be... Okay, so happy birthday to Miss Ethel Nice. Oh, Miss Ethel Nice.
So that's Ethel Jenkins' niece?
Yes.
Brandine Daly.
Yes, she always me Ricola. Support. So, yeah, so happy birthday, Brandine. Thanks, Vic. I know you and George chill out to watch the show. I see Mr. Guns want to have the 10th of July. They have the 201st Thursday race, so the man at the back on the scene, so that's nice. But this weekend, we had the road champion event took place on the George Price Highway. So the elite race started at Rolling Creek, head to San Ignacio, go the cross country road to go Loma Los Boulevard over the Hapswell Bridge, return back, make a right at Georgeville onto the Mountain Pine Ridge Road, and then they come out at the Ministry of Works at San Ignacio and then head back to Rolling Creek. Boy, that's a lot of fireworks, ruction and destruction. And then the juniors started at Rolling Creek, head to Georgeville, make a left onto the Mountain Pine Ridge Road, come out at the Ministry of Works and then head back to Rolling Creek. And I think the masters and the females started at Rolling Creek, head towards San Ignacio, along the Lower Munster Boulevard, over the Hapswell Bridge and back to Rolling Creek. So we have those results.
Yeah, so it was a great day of racing. Thanks to the Cycling Federation of Belize, President Glenn Flowers, for putting off another great event on their calendar. Obviously, last week was the individual time trial, the elite, which was won impressively by Corey Williams from the Blazer cycling team. And then everyone was kind of excited to see how Sunday's race was going to go, right, with all the favorites. So it was an exciting race. It was about, 70 miles or so?
70 miles.
Yep, the route was started in Roaring Creek, Garbutt's gas station, headed west, due west, taking a right turn at the Santa Elena roundabout, going down the Loma Luz Boulevard, taking a left, headed into the town, and then over the Hawksford Bridge, and heading directly east back towards Georgeville, where they take a right turn into the Caracol Road, which is the Mountain Pine Ridge Road known as. About 7 miles in will be a right turn, and that takes you into the San Antonio Cristo Rey roads. And after that, they would come back out into San Ignacio, take a right turn, and then head east about 20 miles or so to the finish in front of Garbutt's gas station.
You don't mess with me?
Then that's why you must up on the podium.
Oh yeah, there's an excuse for that. I'll talk about that. When we get to the Masters, obviously. But
But I want to show the results, or?
yes. Yeah, so we're discussing the race now. But it was an exciting race, obviously. Everyone was excited. You got the hopefuls in the elite category. Well, obviously, favorite going in was your defending champion, Corey Williams, riding for Blazers again. He is Belizean, and that's why he's riding this race. He has a Belizean racing license. He's a member of the CFB, so that gives him all rights to ride in the national championship. And again, he is the defending national championship, both ITT and road, for this year. So he recently captured the individual time trial national championship on the 22nd of June. And everyone knew that he was the favorite, right, going in, and the guys were definitely marking him from start to finish. However, I got to say, Andrew, an impressive ride by his brother. Now, I don't know the legalities of all that as far as whether or not he's allowed to, service his brother being on a different team. I don't know about that. But what I can tell you, riding in support of his brother, he did an amazing job. Although they're not teammates, like they said, blood run thicker than water, right? So Justin came out with one intention. So for you guys who don't know, Justin is also a master cyclist. He's at elite masters, being that he's about 37 years old, I think 37, 38. So he could have registered as a master 35 plus and be in that competition for the national championship as well. But when I saw him registering just as an elite, I knew exactly what the strategy was, Andrew, that he was going to ride for his brother, 100% committed. And I saw that he was doing some things early in the race, although it didn't show the intentions right away, because obviously he wanted the race to play out a little bit, and it wasn't as hard going up, right? If the race would have happened once they turned into the Caracol Road, that's where the race started, right? And they knew that, they had their strategy. So coming out of Esperanza, heading into Central Farm, I saw him coming up with his bottles, giving Corey everything he needed, food, drinks, and they were ready to go. They had a couple of words, and Justin pretty much stayed on the pace from there until Georgeville, right? That's about what, 3 miles or so? 2 miles maybe.
Yeah, 2 miles.
2 miles, and then another mile into the race. And basically Justin rode and gave everything he had, and he set the tempo so high. He set the tempo so high, and he gave it everything. When he pulled off, which was basically when the ramp started going up to maybe, I don't know, maybe 7-8%. When he pulled off, he was done, completely dead. And that's what you want to see in that type of strategy, right? You give it your all, you set up your main person, your A rider, which is Corey, and immediately after Justin pulled off, Corey attacked. And when Corey attacked, well, before Justin pulled off, guys were going through the back door. You know, you had your masters race, your masters cyclists and competitors who were off the back quickly as soon as you got into that road. And after that, you had the elite start falling off. You know, it was kind of sad to watch. You know, because one of my favorite teams would be Anthony Maladigi Alliance, and it was sad to see those guys just couldn't hang on to the pace, right? The only 4 riders that was left was Corey Williams, was Derek Chavarria, Jalen Briseño, and the talented Jaiven Gonzalez. So those guys started rotating a bit. They put Jaiven in a little bit of hurt. Jaiven was probably watching his efforts, and he probably knew that he wasn't able to climb at the speed that those guys were climbing. However, those climbs are not long enough where he would still be able to get back. So he kind of rode smart as well. But the 3 guys rotated. I want to say as well, impressive ride by the young Jalen Briseño, Andrew. Jalen was phenomenal. I watched the race in its entirety, you know, obviously preparing for the show, and the way he was pedaling was smooth. He was doing all the right things. I think he sacrificed himself for Derek Chavarria, and he was okay. I also spoke with his dad as well, and that was the plan, to make sure that Derek won the U23. Jalen will have his chances. He's still young, right? This is Derek's last year as a U23 rider, so they wanted Derek to go out with the jersey again as back-to-back U23 road champion. So Jalen was impressive. I mean, he was matching Corey, you know, pedal for pedal all the way through until when Derek attacked close to Monkey Falls. And that's kind of what put him in a little bit of trouble. But the race was amazing. You know, this year, definitely no one can say that there was any collusion on the road. And if they do, they're wrong for saying that. You know, I said it last year, and there was evidence last year. The guys didn't ride like this year. The way they rode this championship, this national championship, they did not ride like that last year. If they did, the results could have probably been different. But they did not put up a fight last year, and I call that out because I'm fair, right? I'm not here, like I said, I'm not here to be loved and liked. I'm here to be respected based on my fair assessment of what I see, and that was my opinion last year. I took a little bit of heat for it, you know, and I was okay with that, right? But I also think that I challenged the guys as well, and hopefully, in some regards, I might be a little 1% part of the change. But the way they rode this year, impressive, Andrew. These guys were fighting it out. I mean, they gave everything Corey. They gave Corey everything he could have asked for, and more. However, I also want to say that Corey is very, very prepared, and he's actually in better shape this year than last year. the attacks that were the blows that he was getting, impressive. I mean, I heard some rumors that the guys weren't really attacking him. They were attacking him because, you know, I ride and I race and I know what attack is, and the attacks that Derek was throwing at Corey was impressive, but Corey had no hesitation. You know, the way he was riding, and you saw that firsthand as well, Andrew. The way he was riding was without hesitation. Like, he knew it was coming, and he could tell, and he read that, and he read those attacks. There was one part of the road race where he was Derek dropped behind a few bike lengths, and you were saying Corey's looking around.
Yep. He kept a head cut on side because he knew the attack come.
Yes, his head was on a swivel because he knew what he was up against. He knew that that was the plan for those guys to attack him. He knew he had to ride and win this race, right? And that was very, very impressive. Yeah, definitely no collusion here, Al, and I wanted to see that, and that's why I made a point of actually dissecting this race very closely. I wanted to see the entire thing, and thanks to Andrew for recording that. And if anyone is saying that, and I heard little rumors that they're saying that, Corey is deserving of this national championship, and to say anything less than that would be tainting his performance, and I don't believe in that. All right, like I said, I'm a very, very honest person and fair when it comes to things like that. I don't like to underplay people's hard work, and I know that the amount of dedication and hard work and discipline that has to go into something like this for him to pull it off back to back, knowing that you're the favorite and the target is on your back, and riding the way he did, super impressive. Definitely have a lot of respect for him after this race, and also I'm thankful that my race finished before their race, and I actually went to the finish line, and I wanted to see how the race finish. Again, you know, as part of the media, I wanted to have that first-hand experience. And the sprint, people again were saying that Jaiven wasn't sprinting hard enough, and I can tell you again, being a cyclist and being in those positions, Jaiven was doing everything possible to win that race, and he was determined to win that race. Derek Chavarria gave him an amazing, perfect lead out. But unfortunately for Jaiven, he just didn't have the legs to pass Corey. And I think because Jaiven took a lot of he took a lot of punishment in that race. You know, the climbs hurt him a little bit. Also on those attacks when Derek Chavarria was attacking and Corey immediately followed, Jaiven had to follow as well. So that took a little bit out of Jaiven's leg. Whereas Corey, you see, like, Corey's reacting to Derek Chavarria, but he's kind of expecting it. Whereas in third place, where Jaiven is sitting, he can't really see when Derek Chavarria is attacking, right? When his teammate is attacking, so he's got to react basically to Corey. So when Corey goes, then he goes. But because it's a cycling thing, and you know this because you race and I race, but Corey's anticipating these attacks from Derek Chavarria. So as soon as Derek goes, he's on the pedals and he's closing it, and then Jaiven has to kind of react. Sometimes there's a little gap there and Jaiven is digging deep. So, you know, with 2 miles left, I mean, that's what was going on quite a bit. So I think that might have impacted, you know, his final sprint. But I can tell you, any little slip that Corey had, if he had a chain slip, if he missed a gear, Jaiven would have passed him. I mean, it was that close, and Jaiven was sprinting and sprinting 110%, and both of them were 110%. So there's no letting up there, definitely no collusion, no one gave no one anything. I definitely don't want to hear that. That's nonsense. Corey won this championship. He went out there and rode the heck out of his bike. They rode a smart race, him and Justin, and congratulations to them. You know, when the dust settled, Andrew, the 2025-26 National Road Champion was Corey Williams, riding for Miami Blazers, and what's that?
In a bubble two, whatever, I thought that you watch a different race. So basically, he's saying that it is collusion.
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. With all due respect, who's that? Is that Carlton?
I don't know who that in a bubble.
With all due respect, guys, I'm telling you, I dissected that race, and with all due respect, I mean, whoever that person is, you're totally wrong. Let's not even start that conversation. I dissected the entire race. When there was collusion, the year before, I called it. I was the first to call it out. But this year, these guys rode and deserving of that win, and we should not. I mean, I think saying that, guys, is really, really disrespectful to your competitors, and it shows poor sportsmanship, in my opinion. So, like I said, I am very fair when it comes to things like that. And the reason why I went back and I did my homework. I'm not going by hearsay. I did my homework and I watched that race over and over, multiple times, not just one time. And I watched those pieces. I rewind them and watched it over and over to see exactly what was going on. And even the fact that Derek Chavarria dropped back and spoke with Jaiven, you saw this, and kind of, okay, what are we going to do here, And I'm pretty sure the conversation was, all right, I feel good, Derek, work for me, attack the man, kind of thing, right? Once again, doing this. But yeah, so when the dust settled, second place was Jaiven, well deserving as well. Third place in the elite category was, George, you want to put up that flyer?
I think Derek got it.
For elite and what?
Yeah, no, overall was Derek Chavarria, but he's first U23.
First U23.
Yeah, but third place elite.
Race.
Wouldn't that have been,
This one else up?
yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
That's the overall, but the third place elite would have been Sean Carr, right?
I get this far.
Yes, no, you're right, but they didn't give that because it's an open race, I guess. So it's overall. Corey Williams, Jaiven Gonzalez, but the next elite person would have been Sean Codd.
Okay.
Because he came in sixth, I believe.
Okay, so we also disagree with
Yeah, I'm sure you're gonna have people who disagree, but again, like I said, I race my bike. I race, and I understand. Yeah, I understand racing quite a bit, and I understand the intricacies of racing. And when there was collusion, I called that out. In this race, I saw no evidence of that. Absolutely not.
Yeah, well, Golden State Blazers, they're not Miami.
Oh, would you?
Yeah. It's not Miami Blazers. That Rojo tell me.
Oh, they changed the name?
Yeah, they're Miami Blazers, they're Golden State Blazers.
Okay.
That's
It used to be Miami Blazers,
yeah,
right?
Used to be, that's why I just
okay.
That's why I just said Blazers when I did live stream.
Okay. Thanks.
I know it's not Miami anymore.
But yeah, so overall, Corey Williams first, riding for Blazers. Second, Jaiven Gonzalez, and third, Derek Chavarria. First, U23, Derek Chavarria. Go ahead, Andrew. What's your take on the race?
So, what the race showed me that the guys there here most of the guys here in Belize did not prepare for that race. Everybody know that one champion or one repeaters champion, and we saw how hard Jaiven and young Derek Chavarria was training, racing abroad, and that kind of enhanced the performance. They race ready then. They knew they have their coach tell them like what to do. I'm not sure what catch all Belizean riders. I understand some of them have some personal issues, and so they never up to the race. I mean, I knew the race would have blown to smithereens as soon as we chew. Actually, I mentioned it on the live, I'm recording that. As soon as they're reaching on the Mountain Pine Ridge Road, the race fall apart. And when I see Justin get from the front and start to hammer it, and I see looking at the face of the riders, I say, yeah, be trouble today, right?
Mm-hmm.
I didn't realize that most of the riders get destroyed just about just over 2 miles into the Mountain Pine Ridge Road. The race was all over. Those guys prepared themselves. You asked me a question. You asked me when you said Justin, the service Corey, if that was right, if that's okay. Well, I actually spoke to a former member of former president of the Cycling Federation, and he said, how it work? One rider, I can give you something, even though we're on a different team, but if they're my service vehicle, you can go to my service vehicle. I'd have to get for you, then you understand?
Yeah.
So that's how it works.
So on the bike servicing is fine, but
it's fine,
yeah,
it's fine,
okay.
it's fine, it's
yeah.
fine, yeah.
And that's why I said I didn't know.
Yeah, it's fine.
But it seems questionable, so we have to discuss those things, right?
Yeah.
And thankfully you went and you got that clarification.
Yes, I got that clarification this morning, because even with the youth when you come to the party, we're gonna talk about that, right?
Yeah.
I just that's something I have to get across though, and tell the fans and the people they tell me, don't say mic not the work, no audio. So I just want the fans to know that once it's run through the CFB page, I have no control over that. I have no control over the audio. I explain to them it's not on my end, but I understand I might get some bashing and say that don't say but I have no control over it. And I explain to my fans once I say orders by shop or as returns, you know that are from me. When you run through the Cycling Federation, I don't know what I do, and so I can watch for their YouTube thing, and I hear my voice go like robot, and I know that's not me, right? So I hope the fans understand that that's not me. So when most of the fans come and say, "Don't we don't know that you," they say that they want to understand, and people are like, "Don't no audio," and they say I must touch mute. I say my mic don't have nothing mute for touch. You understand? Not a thing. I plug in my mic there. I test my equipment before I left every race. I test my equipment. I take my time. I go at night. I make sure I got everything battery charged. I must tell Kevin Logan that the battery power pack will give me perfect battery thing work beautiful. So Kev, thank you again for that phone charger. It work. I mean not charger. The battery pack. They call it battery pack. Call it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Power bank or whatever call it. Yes, that work perfect. But I always check my equipment there, and I actually switch over to Erdon's bike shop after I say that might have an issue, and you hear the other clean. So that's something I have to clarify, no? And so the fan is on some detail myself, cost me up. Yeah, for my dog. People say, don't you see your people in the here? I said, I don't really matter. The few when I understand when I understand this thing. They make it nice, but
Yeah. With that being said, race after race, we've been having difficulties with CFB's technology.
Well, I know. Sorry, I know that they might have serious drop through the mountain pine. So I always carry my camera record. I will record the entire race, and that will have uninterrupted service.
Well, yeah, that part we know. But I was saying, to start the race, you shouldn't have technical difficulties, right? So what I would encourage CFB to do, and Roger Marston is my good friend, and he's very good at what he does, technology-wise. He's the one that usually set that stuff up. What I'd encourage him to do is probably do some testing, just to make sure everything goes well. Maybe communicate with you a little bit more, and you guys work it out. And if there's some things that maybe they don't have the right pieces or they don't have it right coordinated, just basically have you do your stuff and then you share it. So you just go as regular, just the way you normally live stream, right? And then you share it on CFB's page. I mean, would it work that way?
So what Raja asked me to do that, just go live to him and just invite him. But what are the issue? The free internet very weak, I believe, right? And the next thing my fans don't like, that will show multiple races, and so when I come back to, like say if they left and go cover the junior race or go cover the master race, when I come back, people kind of confused. So fans don't used to see an interrupted race. So I don't know what kind of system I work out, because you have to live stream. When I have multiple races at the same time, you have issues because some fans want to watch the elite, some fans want to watch the junior, some fans want to watch the masters, and that's what causes the issue.
Yeah, in that event, you get other people to do it.
Yep.
Just have you do the main race, and then you have other people do it, and then you share all those. Right? And then that would solve the problem easily. The split screen, the technology might be there, but it's not working well in Belize.
No, it's not working in Belize.
And then going back and forth, and then the commentating as well. So the idea is great. Might have to be ironed out a little bit, but like I said, Roger is good at what he does. I'm sure he's working on figuring that out. Perhaps you guys should maybe sit down together and figure out the best way forward, because when these big races, maybe you just focus on the elite race and then have other people do the.
Yep, that's what I believe.
Smaller races, right?
Yep, the fans will want to follow them. People have got 3-4 devices from there, and they choose, okay, I want to watch, because I have a family member riding junior, I want to watch junior, and just have somebody stream that. That's the way I see it, because people don't want to sit back and forth. They call me and complain, and they say that we want to see the entire race, we don't want to skip from race to race. And that's the way I explain to the guys that people, why you think so much people watch the one I record for the YouTube, because I say everything. And the president personally called me and thanked me, say, Andrew, you saved me. He said, the feedback I get, that they're glad that I recorded and uploaded to YouTube, because then see the entire race when they had signal drop as reaching.
No, that was amazing.
During live, And you know, something people go watch a race after, and that the best thing to do. It's clean. The audio is great. Everything, no dropping signal, and so on. And that's the reason why people go and watch the YouTube channel.
Oh.
But overall, it was a fantastic event. And like I said, personally, I enjoyed the race. I thought it was a very competitive race. I thought that that Corey and Justin had the best. Corey and Justin had the best strategy out there. It showed that Corey's fitness is a little bit above even the G-Flow guys. They were strong. Derek was strong, and also Javan was strong, but Corey's fitness was a little bit above, and I think he came knowing what he has to do. I said this over and over. I see what those guys are doing. You know, I see what they're doing. So they're not surprising me. I see what Corey's doing. I see he's out there, you know, doing his 6-hour rides and 7-hour rides and climbing, you know, all the canyons in California and doing all the hard races. You know, our guys are not doing that. You know, we're not challenging ourselves. How many times do we see our local cyclists go to Mountain Pine Ridge and those places? You know, if I was a young, serious elite rider, once a week I'd be training up there. If I lived in the city, I'd find a way. You know, and weekends, I'll jump on the bus, I'll go up there and do laps in there. You know, that's the level of dedication that I would have, because race day, I'm not looking for any excuse. You know, in my opinion, if you are my peer, I have a chance of beating you. Or I'm not going to be in that sport at all. You know, that's...
Well, I got a call from a very concerned person, and he said, Andrew, why they carry a race to a hard place? I said, listen, when you go abroad, you think Mountain Pine is bad? You know, it's a crazy course. So you can't spoon feed or baby. If you want to race, if you want to be a cyclist and you know you want to compete, that's suffering, and so you have to put the time in. So I appreciate all cyclists, but someone have to do some serious work if they want to be competitive, because you can't complain that, you know, that like, if you watch any other sport, if we watch, once you just hear World Cup, everybody say, why Barcelona? That is that they are a chance of, man, but you know, they put in the work. How they reach there? They put in the work, and so everybody have to put in the work. I know it's an expensive sport, but if you love it, you have to put in the work.
Listen, there's no excuse. I don't want to hear excuses. Don't tell me anything about excuses. We all have challenges, right? You have to work through adversities, and the tough. Look, any winners in the world, in any sport, any discipline, there are adversities. Okay, in life, you'll have people who will be leaving you, unfortunately, right? Unexpectedly, you'll have that. You'll have injuries, right? You'll have sicknesses. You will have, you know, times when, you know, maybe you lose your job, you lose finances, you have to find ways to work through adversities, right? It's one certainty with life. It's never perfect. You will have adversities, Andrew. So you cannot use excuses. All these guys who are performing, they have adversities, but they've decided to sacrifice and do it. And you know, I'm going to call out some riders here that I expect better from. No, I'm a big fan of Anthony Mala Digi Alliance. You know, that's my team. You know, as far as wanting to see those guys succeed. Anthony is my friend. We went to school together. I know how much he's committed to sports. I know how much he invests in sports. I know how much he's investing in these young men. But the results are just not there in the big races, right? And I do understand that people go through adversities. I understand that not every day you'll be your best, but you have to have some pride in yourself, right? And if you say this is what I want to do, then this is what I want to do, 110%. And like I said, things do come up. And guys, I'm not picking on you. When I say I'm challenging you to be better, I want to see better results. Tariq Flores, Gorian Gabriel, Carlton Robinson, Fernando Rosado. These are 4 superb, talented young men in your prime, right? All you guys have performed at a very, very high level, right? There's a time when Fernando Rosado was probably one of the best under 23 elite under 23 riders. You were even saying it. This guy's really surprising me, right? So something went off there. Why he's not performing? He lives in that area, so I need to challenge him to step up. Tariq Flowers, you're coming back. You've been given a great opportunity. You're on a team that has probably one of the best sponsorship right now. Okay, I gotta challenge you guys to put in the work, put in the level of dedication and commitment that it takes to be an elite athlete, right? Just going out there and riding your bike and doing things the same way over and over and expecting different results is not going to happen. You have to reassess, you have to refocus, and you have to get hungry. And the guys that are better than you right now, they're not better than you talent-wise. They're better than you in the way they're preparing, right? In the way they're preparing and they're sacrificing a little bit more. And like I said, I do understand there are certain things going on in people's lives, but we have to look past that. We can't use that as excuse, right? If you want to, one time only, Miss Roberto, I've said a lot of great things on this show once. Our viewers are the best, boy. But yeah, so there are things that happens in everyone's life. Like I said, Sunday's performance and the performances before that, I'm very disappointed in the Anthony Mala Digi Alliance. Goran Gabriel, a very, very amazing young talent, right? Very, very amazing young talent as well. He won one of the hardest races in Belize this year, recently, right? Went through the same course, and they rode phenomenal. So what I'm saying is, let's not continue this performance. Let's take a step back, reassess what's going on. I know I've ridden with you guys, I've talked to you guys, I've been on training rides with you guys, so I know you have it. I know you have it. It's just not showing right now. Yeah, I forgot about Leon Leslie as well. Another amazing talent. So, like I said, Anthony Mala Digi Alliance is one of my favorite teams. I love the guys on the team, and I want to see them perform, and that's why I'm coming out like this on a public platform to challenge them. You know, you have a gentleman who is totally committed to you guys. You know, I spoke to Anthony this week, and he's totally committed to you guys, but he wants to see results. You know, we have pride. We want to win, or we want to compete, right? You don't have to win every races, but you have to compete. And right now, you guys are not competing. The next team, so it's not just you guys I'm on, right? The next team is Valvoline. You guys are going to have to go back to the drawing board as well. You have some young talent there. That's solid. Athlete Lozano, Kenyon Stanford, Dylan Levy. Oscar, you need to come back, right? Whatever the slump is that you're in, reassess. Come back. You're a good talent, right?
I'm a young kid too. We ride for them.
Christopher Witt, another great talent, right? So, guys, it's not going to be easy. If it was easy, everyone would be doing it and everyone would be winning. Only a select few will be winning, but we need more competition and we need our riders to get at a higher level. And it's a simple recipe. You have to be mentally tough and you have to be physically tough, right? And you have to prepare and prepare and prepare, and you have to be committed to this success, right? And you have to live the lifestyle, right? You have to be disciplined. You can't be partying and expect to win. You can't be doing certain things and expect to win. So I'm challenging our young athletes. Again, all these guys I ride with, I'm cool with them. I don't want you guys to take this as a negative, but I'm speaking up on behalf of the sport, and I know that we have it in us to be better. Right, to be better, and I'm challenging you guys just to be mentally and physically tough, and get out there and let's leave excuses alone. We don't need excuses. We need hard work and performance, right? That's what we need. So that's kind of what I want to say tonight. Also, Andrew, I want to recognize some of the people that are working very hard. You know, for example, Giovanni Lovell. Giovanni is riding the heck out of his bike and he's giving everything he has. He's on a very small team with no support at all. Zero support. And he's dedicating himself to coming back and fighting, and he's been fighting race after race. So I want to say congratulations to Giovanni Lovell, doing a fantastic job currently, and I think he's going to get better and better if he can find some help within his team or pull from a couple other guys. I think you'll see better results from him. I do believe that Giovanni still has a good couple of years left. So I want to definitely congratulate him. The other person I'd like to congratulate as well is Liam Stewart.
For his age.
Liam Stewart is going on 60 years old, ladies and gentlemen, right? Let me repeat that. Liam Stewart is going on 60 years old. I think 56, going on 57, somewhere around that, or 55. But he's pushing towards 60. And ladies and gentlemen, Liam Stewart placed 5th. 5th overall. I mean, take that in for a minute. 5th overall, just after the lead group. Right? 5th overall, Liam Stewart at 55, 56 years old. Right? Unbelievable. And our elite guys who are in their 20s? No, I'm not going to accept that. I don't want to hear any excuses. I'm just not going to accept it, Andrew. You know, I want to see you guys do better, and I know you guys will do better because I have the confidence in you that you can do better. I've ridden with these guys, and I can tell you the names that I've mentioned are talent-wise, they surpass Liam Stewart and a bunch of other guys, and should be in that top echelon of our elite guys, right? The reason they're not there, they've not dedicated themselves 110% to the success, right? So that's what I'm challenging you guys. So I want to congratulate Liam though on a phenomenal ride on Sunday, and also the entire year. And I was the other reason I'm saying this, guys, and I'm passionate about it, is that Glenn, the president of the Cycling Federation, asked me to submit some names for national teams.
Okay.
Right. So I'm going to be one of the person who's deciding, you know, who's on the national team, right? Just one of the person. I'd have a long list of names, but you know, some of these same names I'm calling, I'm gonna suggest that they are on that list, but I want to see the performance, you know, to back up that, you know, that choice, right? We don't want to be giving people things, right? But again, Liam Stewart, great job, phenomenal job. The other person I'd like to recognize after Sunday as well is Sean Codd. Sean Codd is just coming back. He took a personal leave from cycling for a few months, and he's back, and it shows that when Sean Codd has good support behind him, he's an excellent talent as well, and when he's committed, he's definitely one of the best riders you know, out there. So give him a lot of recognition for his performance on Sunday. He came in 6th overall, so very good job. Well done by Sean. But with that being said, a very short list of guys who rode well on Sunday, in my opinion. What do you think?
Yeah, I said that the riders don't have to go to the drawing boards and say what they do wrong. I think somebody mentioned that they have wife, they have job. But cycling, I always say cycling is not for the faint of heart. Or, you know, you have to be bull and decide, you know, I want to take this by the hand and go there and train hard. And these days, these days it's training smart, not hard. It's training smart. That's the whole idea. I mean, the technology is out there. I believe that there's a coach right now in Belize, a Cuban coach, and he's I think about the Cycling Federation behind him, and so he's here to assist with the national team coming up, right? So, yeah. But we can move on to the rest of results.
Yeah, so the results, that's pretty much the race in a nutshell though, but
so we have which other category have the youth. All right, so we have the youth. So in the youth we have Ahmad Charrington first, second Johan Choto, and third Tyon Chi. I think Ahmad win overall too, but and so we can move on to the junior. I want to explain something shortly. What the UCI. So in the junior, we have Keith Enright Jr., second Devin Major, and third Carmine Smith.
Well, just to clarify that this is a local classification.
Local, right?
So we'll get into that. Yeah. But in the local, Belize local junior champion is Keith Enright Jr. The youth champion is just a local category because that is not recognized at the UCI level.
Right.
The junior youth race together on Sunday, right, Andrew? And that's what you're going to touch on. I'm not going to steal your thunder. I'll let you explain that. But there's some clarification there.
Yep. So we move on to what does have the judge?
Junior overall.
Yep.
Well, this I want to say junior overall, but I think they changed it. I think the federation has to change it.
No. So this is correct. This is the overall. So the way it was explained to me is that the junior youth race is one race together, right? And it's an open race. So the winner of that race would be your male junior national champion. And what that means is, yes, he did win overall. Al, you might wanna get clarification from CFB, but the way it.
Well, do you understand that for Ahmad's age, Ahmad not supposed to take part in a race? You say no recommend that somebody his age take part. So
14?
He wasn't. He wasn't supposed
13.
to. Yep, he wasn't supposed to take part.
What age you?
I think they're 15.
Okay.
Yep. So basically, they're saying that. This is what I get from a past president and say about paper and give me a lot of information that Ahmad not even supposed to ride. He's too young to take part in that event. Yep.
So what race? So what race should he ride?
He's supposed to ride Kaya race, Kanto UCI. But he showed the talent what this young man have.
Yeah.
Right. And like I said, UCI don't really worry about all the thing we have. They concentrate only upon.
Okay. So since he's not of age, so he's not able to represent Belize as a junior.
No, he can't. He can't.
Oh, because that's what the president told me that once a junior goes international, then Ahmad would be the junior national champion.
No,
and would be wearing the jersey. So that changed.
No, Ahmad can't go ride it. Actually, the Erskine I spoke to, and he showed me everything for UCI. And so basically, what about UCI? UCI know about elite, women and male, U23 women and male, elite women and juniors. They know about masters, or youth. So Ahmad can't travel and go take part. It would be Keith Enright who would carry the jersey.
Okay. All right. Well, thanks for that clarification, Andrew. So Keith is the national road champion junior.
Right, for junior.
Okay, and that's local and international. So Ahmad just won the race in Belize.
He won the race.
But winning the race means nothing at the end of the day.
At the end of the day. Basically, what we understand that it means nothing.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So Ahmad have to speed up the edge.
Well, still congratulations to him because he did a phenomenal. Yep.
So it show the talent that Ahmad have at his age.
Yeah.
So I tell you, Ahmad will be a future cross country champion for my.
Absolutely. No, he's a great individual. I mean, when he's riding with us on open races, he is one of the better riders out there. Obviously, not all the elites are there. So continue doing what you're doing, Ahmad. In this case, just because your age. Unfortunately, you didn't qualify. It seems like based on what Andrew is saying and the information he has, you're not qualified to be the national champion. Although you won the race, technically, if you were 15 or 16 years old, you would have been the national junior road champion of Belize.
And I was made to understand that these young kids don't have all these young kids, Ahmad, Devin, Keith. They are like brothers. They don't have no animosity. So some people feel like, that they have some. They don't. They are. Their kids in the close. I got a call and said the kids don't have no problem. They have fun, and that's what they need to have fun at this moment.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Well, that's good. Congratulations to all of them, and obviously, although all three of them are great young kids and very, very competitive, and they're doing a heck of a job. I think sometimes the passions of parents and the adults sometimes they have the great intentions. However, sometimes they're not. Unfortunately, it doesn't come across like that all the time.
And so most of the other prizes of the show, they're just for local. So we move on to the Masters, George. You have the Masters there?
It's
Yeah.
a 60.
Yeah.
60 plus.
So that Warren Coe first, second Wilbert Gillett, and Michael Wagner. That is only for local listener. You said no about no.
Yeah, but don't discredit them,
Yeah,
Andrew.
no,
Don't laugh at the guys,
No,
man.
I'm not discredit. No,
I'm messing with you.
Yeah, I don't discredit. I never. No cyclists are discredit. Why cycling hard?
No.
I respect cyclists.
But don't read the name, man.
Yeah, I read it. Warren Coe, Wilbert
Yep, so
Gillett, and Michael Wagner.
60 plus, Warren Curry representing Team Santino's. Second was Wilbert Gillett. That guy, we don't race with him that much, but he rode very well. He was unattached. And then Mike Wagner riding for M&M Engineering was third place. So congratulations to those guys. And Warren is your master 60 plus, and you can call it a national champion for Belize, right? In the 50 plus, it was Roque Matos who was first riding for M&M Engineering. Kenny Gladden, who rides for Digi, was third, and myself, D. Wade, my name is not up there, but I was third in that category. However, I think someone needed a clarification why I was not on the podium. So I waited a little while to be on the, see if they would get all the results together within a reasonable time. And unfortunately, I have had a family event all the way in Crooked Tree that I had to go for. So however, it's very, very important to me for a complete podium. And I felt bad about it, and I messaged both Glenn and Leticia, and I told them I apologize for not being there because I had to run. I waited around for a little while, and then after that I just had to leave because the time was creeping up on me, and I was, 70 miles away from Crooked Tree. So that's where I was for the remainder of the afternoon. I had to race home, drop off my teammate, and showered, and I spent the rest of the day there in Crooked Tree with the family. But again, I apologize for not being there, and I made that known to the federation and to the winner, Roque Matos and Ken Gladden. I apologize as well for not sharing the podium with you guys. So sorry about missing out on that, but like I said, I waited, but the time was not on my side. So Nigel, there's your response. He said he couldn't wait for it. I don't know what he was thinking. If there was some other juicier story or not. But one thing is, I'm a guy of principle, and I stick to my to what I say and what I do, and I do things always with good intentions. So it's never bad intentions behind my decisions.
Yeah. Then we move on to the Masters 40 plus. We have Philip Burns riding for Team M&M's first. Second, Henry Moreira. Well, he ride for Anthony Mala, DJ Alliance / Bundle of Joy. And third, Big Sam Vicio riding for Team Santino's.
Al Smith, thank you very much, but I will donate that new bike to a junior rider. I don't need another new bike, Al. Thanks, though.
George, we have the female category too, right? You have that?
Yeah, I had this one on the flash.
Oh, okay, we have one more for, yeah, we have this is the Masters overall. This is the guys that take part in the big race.
Masters 35 plus.
So, but Liam, you said Liam close to 60, right? And Liam took part in this race.
Mm-hmm.
So Liam victorious first, second Bob Gabriel, and third Ken Roy Smokes. So Liam ride unattached, Bob and Smokes ride for SPD. And then we move on to
U23, yeah.
U23.
Right.
Yeah. U23, Derek Chavarria first, Jalen Briseño, the baby assassin, second, and Delton Rojas in third position.
We have to shout out their team.
Oh, yes. G-Flow, of course, Derek Chavarria ride for G-Flow, Jalen ride for G-Flow, and Delton Rojas rides for Rolling Shutters.
Yeah, had this elite overall. We done by shoulders.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So you can just push it back again.
Right.
So overall, Corey Williams won the Blazers, Devin Gonzalez second G-Flow, and Derek Chavarria third G-Flow. And then you have the ladies, right?
You want to start with the youth?
Yes, whatever you start with. We can start with the youth. We can start and come up here.
Right.
So in the youth category, we have young Liane Chota, female youth, first, second, Caitlin Pinello, and third, Kaylee Agas. You see the young ladies there, we're very proud of them. That was a tough race now, and this young lady, the third place and second place, they just started to ride. Young Kaylee Agas, when I pass her, she grind away on the bike, but I not give up. He ride all the way to the finishing line, so big kudos to her. She rides for Chavaria Cycling. Second, Caitlin Pinella, she also rides for Chavaria Cycling, and in first place, Liane Chota rides for Troya Treats.
The only junior,
Okay, the only junior. Look at the only junior, Irene Bucky.
Didn't I see Chelsea Gillett riding?
I see Chelsea Gillett rode for.
Yeah, she was riding out there. I thought I saw her. No?
Oh, maybe I finish then. Maybe not finish.
Okay.
What happened to the baby?
And in the
Is that all the categories or?
no, you have the masters. Masters.
What? I have the category name wrong. Tell her, apologize that I
Yes.
so much.
Kaya would love to be a junior still.
Yeah.
My apologies.
Yeah, it's just an error. It's a female master, it's not junior. So you know, with carrying girl back in the age. I'm sorry about that, young ladies. So we have Kaya Catus in first place, second Diane Velasquez, and third. Oh, all right, so but Kaya riding for Running Rebels.
Okay.
Diana Velasquez riding for Chavaria, and she out of Riga, no, but she not ride for Riga, she ride for I think she's the sister of what the guy name we ride with Team Santinos. What may not on the cycle? What he name again? Alford.
Oh.
Yeah,
James Alford.
Yeah, I think she did the Coast Guard.
Oh, wow.
She's a
So she's an athlete.
And third we had Gabriel Lovell ride for Lovell Cycling.
Awesome.
Yeah, and then we move on to the elites. So this is the overall. So overall, Kaya Catus first, second Patricia Chavaria, and third Irene Baki.
Well done, ladies. Well done. And Kaya is probably your back-to-back, right? She was last year's champion as well.
James
so
Alford, yeah.
Congratulations to all the winners in all the categories who are your 2025-2026 National Road Champions. Anything else you want to cover in this segment, Andrew?
Why? You realize we didn't take one break yet?
Well, because we had to go through all the results. Right?
Okay, all right, yeah.
But anything else you want to cover in this segment before we take a break?
No, we'll take a break.
All right, perfect. So we'll take a break. We'll be right back, guys. This break is brought to you by Andrew Ordonis Bike Shop and 3.14 pies.
And also by Mr. Glenford Jex and Miss Margaret Jex. Yep.
Excellent. Well, we'll see you in a bit.
This is a Soul Fire production. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night at 6:30. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, streaming live with Turtle SOS. I sit and watch as the wheel turns. My bike is where I get my thrill. Up and down, riding through the hills. I have no fear as I climb and change my gear. Through the valley so steep, now we on the street. Yeah. As the wheels turn, Every Thursday night at 6:30 as the wheels turn. Racing through the streets and through the hills as the wheels turn. Every Thursday night we pedaling as the wheels turn. Streaming live we turn on us, so yes.
Welcome back. Welcome back.
Yes, welcome back to the 188th edition of another hot and steamy show here. We're having a great time this Thursday night. Thank you guys all for your input. The screen has been active, Andrew. A lot of comments and a lot of opinions shared. So we love that, guys. Continue sharing your opinions and the way you see it. No one's going to be upset with anyone for sharing their opinion and having their opinion. So that's what we're about.
What do you call it? Dialogue?
Yeah, healthy dialogue. Yep. So guys, we want a couple of races that are coming up. Of course, the Kayak Katus Summer Series.
Oh, we got bring it up right now, guys.
Yep.
Sure.
So George is going to put that on the screen. So that's the yearly annual summer series. The annual summer series.
And that'll be
That is starting Sunday, this Sunday. So we have two events on Sunday, one in the morning and one in the afternoon. So I think we're going to time these just right so we can get you out of here and
You realize that?
and get you on.
I have a full day.
Yes.
I have a full day, so I have to make sure all my cameras are up, all my battery chargers,
Man.
everything up. So I come up here early in the morning, deal with your race, take off, go down, and when I'm going to deal with the kids' race. So
Yeah. See
full day.
if Andrew at how old are you, Andrew?
63.
Can have that level of determination.
Well, almost 63.
That level of determination and commitment, that's the kind of commitment we're expecting from our young athletes.
Yeah.
But anyways, guys, the Youth Summer Series, again, it's an annual thing, and it is hosted by the Sea Ray Cycling Club, headed by organizer Kaya Katus. So I want to thank her. Councillor Katus, thank you very much for your yearly dedication to this event. And I know it's growing year after year. It's on July 6th, the 13th, the 20th, and then August 3rd. So it's 4 weeks
4 weeks.
of competitive racing in male and female categories, Andrew. 3 to 5 year olds, 6 to 8 year olds, 9 to 12, 13 to 15, and the big boys, 16 to 18, and big ladies. Race starts at 1 p.m. this Sunday and every other Sunday until August 3rd. Philip Golson Highway Circuit between Smart Roundabout and Rotary Roundabout. So that's the roundabout by West Track, basically, right?
That nice smooth.
Yes,
nice smooth road.
yes, perfect. These used to be at the Marian Jones.
Right.
So it's nice that we're mixing it up a little bit.
He made a Marine Parade too, remember? Marine
Okay,
Parade.
yep. Again, Philip Golson Highway Circuit between Smart Roundabout and Rotary Roundabout. So the Smart Roundabout would be the one by just after Mirab, and then that goes to the West Track and back and forth, depending on the category. That depends on the laps that will be covered. And start-finish line will be in front of M&M Engineering. So guys, reach out to Kaya Katus. And if you'd like to help with any type of support or sponsorship, I know that I'll be donating some supplies to Kaya, whether it's refreshments or water or Powerade or whatever, to help with that every week. So if you guys are interested in doing so, again, please reach out to Kaya Katus, and she will help you coordinate your donations or your sponsorship.
We ask from the members to bring out the young kids. Who knows? A few future champion cycling star will be out there.
The names that you're hearing right now are names that
came from
Ahmad Charrington, Keith Enright Jr., Devin Major, all those kids
Oh.
came through this program.
Yeah. But I know while you were running between young Aaron Pope and Mr. Budran, the kid we always did on the show, yeah, Budran, I forgot to when something Budran. So yeah, Aaron have beef at the shop, so look out for the excitement.
That should be exciting. So again, ladies and gentlemen, this is this Sunday at 1 p.m., starting at 1 p.m. All right? Perfect. Yes, coming up. And we have a second race, Andrew. It's kind of a little celebration here for Borough, the village of Borough. So we're doing something different this year. And George, you want to put that poster up or that flyer up? Yeah. So we're doing something different here in collaboration with President Troy Gabb Jr. and the Weekend Warrior Cycling Club. We are hosting the Boom Circuit Race and Community Event on Sunday, July 6th. And that's going to be a circuit race here in Borough Boom, going around the village, different laps depending on categories. So we'll start with the female. That's the first race. That starts at 8 a.m. sharp, guys. And anyone that's listening, we are on time. If you're not at the starting line at 8 a.m., the race will leave you. It is a circuit race, so you'll be chasing, but your chances of winning is probably slim to none. But at 8 a.m., this race will start on time because we have other commitments throughout the day. And also some of the younger riders who will be participating in the earlier races will be doing the summer series as well.
Right.
So again, guys, please respect the other riders and respect the start time. It's at 8 a.m. Please do not call us and ask us to hold the race. We will not be doing that. The race is off at exactly 8 a.m. Sunday morning, starting with the female. Female, as of right now, the female will do 3 laps. So it will be the start, 3 laps, come back on your last lap, and finish at the finish line where you start. So you'll Castleton Park is where everything is going to finish and end.
The female one is start at 8, sir.
Yeah, female.
It's on 9 for the podium.
No. Female first race is 8 a.m.
Female junior?
No, look at it there. Female first race 8 a.m. Then juniors. So that's junior male.
Okay, yeah, I guess I see.
Right.
Yeah.
So female is the first at 8 a.m. Then the juniors are next. Again, guys, 9 a.m. sharp. The female will be riding roughly under 15 miles, so their race will be finished within the hour. So I'd say 50 minutes for their race. And then the juniors, again, will start promptly at 9 a.m. You guys will be doing roughly about 18 miles, 5 laps, okay? And you will be finishing, after starting at 9 a.m., you'll be finishing in about the same time, 55 minutes. Immediately following that, the Masters will start at 10 a.m. and the Masters will do roughly 24 miles. So that might be the only race that might be a little bit over an hour, right? But after that race, immediately at 11 will be roughly at 11:15 or so, but 11 o'clock. Elite riders be at the start, ready to race at 11 a.m. And your race is roughly 33 or so miles. So you should be finishing that up by 12:15, 12:30, roughly. And that way we can get Andrew packed up, recharge, out of there, and off to Belize City to do another 4 hours or so in the afternoon. Thank you, Andrew. But with that being said, lovely prizes, guys. Beautiful trophies we'll have, Andrew. So you want to show that to the viewers? So these are custom-made trophies by Mr. Enrique Morales and team.
1, 2, 3. Yep.
Yeah, there we go. So these are beautiful trophies, and these will be given across the different categories. We will have, as of now, Andrew, 3 places for the elite. Three podium positions, including trophies. For the Masters 40 plus, 3 positions, including trophies. 50 plus, the same 3 plus trophies. 60 plus, 1 trophy, 3 positions, 2 medals. Juniors, 1 trophy first, 2 medals. Female, 1 trophy first, 2 medals. Prizes are subject to increase. I am having great, so far we're having great support for this race from a sponsor perspective. So more than likely we will have prizes that's going to be increased in the next day or so. The elite, I was told that another couple $100 will be added to that category. So we're looking at $500 for the elites. It's not on the flyer. $500 potentially, depending on when I finish calculating all my expenses and prizes. When I finish calculating all my expenses and sponsorship, I will increase the prizes. So we potentially might be looking at $700 or so first place on the elite side. Again, $700. I will increase the 40 plus. I'd love to see that around $500. The 50 plus, maybe 4 or so, and then we'll throw in a little bit more for the juniors and females. So that's what I have tentatively. Also, we will have medals for 4th through 10th place on the elite side.
Okay.
And Andrew, the reason we're doing that is because some of the younger riders that ride predominantly weekend warriors or club races, they will not be allowed to ride with the masters. So we are challenging them to ride with the elite categories. However, instead of just 3 positions, we have 10 positions, right? So I think that's a great incentive for them to ride in a race, and it's a short race.
It's a short race.
Very, very short race. So
Improve.
exactly, guys. Don't be afraid of riding with the elite riders. A lot of the masters will be doing 2 races. Myself, for sure, will be doing both races. I think Bob has committed to doing both races. I'm sure Smokes will do both races. A lot of the master riders will do both races. So younger elite guys or younger riders who typically ride with the club riders, I would challenge you guys to come out and do the race. Again, it's a fun little course. It's something different. We're working very hard to get the road conditions in as perfect condition as possible. We will have barriers out there. It'll be very safe. We're going to close the back stretch completely, Andrew, between the bridge and the turn. We're going to close that completely. I met with the police officers in Boom. We're hiring six officers that day.
To keep it safe.
We have a lead mobile. We have the lead mobile with the lead motorcycle as well. So a lead vehicle and a motorcycle. A weekend warrior official will be there. So this race is going to be, because there's so many turns, we have to be careful. We want to make sure that it's completely safe. There'll be barriers up as well. Registration is only $20, guys. I believe Weekend Warrior has a stipulation where they'll close registration tomorrow.
Okay.
So get your registration online. I have sent out the banking information for registering, but if you wanted to, you can definitely call me directly and we can sort that out. Andrew, with your permission, I'd like to go ahead and list off some of the donors. Thank you very much. So again, I'd like to thank these folks who are making this race possible. And I'm always overwhelmed by when I put my name on something, people are so excited to get behind it and help me kind of do what we need to do to bring something exciting to the riders. Loans to Go, Mr. Tom Tillett. Huge recognition to Loans to Go. Always any race that I'm throwing, he's definitely one of the first people to be on board. Mr. Glenn Flowers from CFB President. Thank you, Glenn Flowers, doing a fantastic job donating to the sport and putting your money where your mouth is, right, to improve the sport. So thank you for your continued support. BTB, huge supporters as well. Every time I have an event, you'll hear these guys, on my donors list. Special shout out to Minister Anthony Marla for spearheading this. The director of BTB, Evan Tillett, and as well Chris Gillett. Okay. So those are the threesome there that's helping me out with this race, donation, and also with the road work as well. Chris is gonna. I just spoke to him actually before I walk into the studio, and he's committed to making sure the road is in as best condition as possible for racing. I know that's a big question always. Seatown Bike Shop out of Atlanta, Georgia, Mr. Al Smith. Thank you very, very much for your kind donation. He's actually sponsoring, I believe as of now, he's sponsoring the elite category. Okay. So thank you very much for your prize donation there. Mr. Raymond Singh out of Florida, thank you. Kristen Sabaranis, thank you very much for your donation. Mr. Urson Butler, former president of the Cycling Federation and current cyclist, thank you. Mr. Gordon Tillett, thank you very much. Mr. Oswald Bowman, thank you. Mr. Floyd Williams and Mays Pet Grooming, Anne and Lincoln Phillips, thank you so much. Mr. Briseño, thank you very much for your donation as well. I'm not sure if I'm missing anyone here. Let me check real quick. I think there might be a few more names, but I will go over my list again, and some folks that are still coming in with some donations. So thank you, and then thanks to Andrew Radonis for sponsoring the live stream. And
the whole race, every race will be streamed, so everybody has seen the
yes,
favorite cyclists in action.
And there'll be no drop in service. So from 8 a.m. to about 12:30, you'll be fully entertained. In Boom. And then in the city, so basically all day of cycling.
All day.
Yeah, perfect. But it should be fun. It should be entertaining. It should be exciting. It's a different. You know, and the races are short mileage wise, but because of the intensity with the circuit, it'll be pretty difficult as well. So it's not as easy. But this wasn't meant to be one of the harder races because we're just coming off the nationals that's difficult as hell. So this is kind of to, all right, guys. You know, in the event you didn't do so well in the nationals, come out and maybe represent a little bit and pick up some cash and a trophy or so. But thank you guys in advance for making this event a great event. There'll be food and drinks provided by the folks over at Castleton. So definitely check that out. But yeah, see you on Sunday.
Awesome, D. So now we're getting to the giveaways. So we have some beautiful prize again tonight. You have your prize list there. I mean your stand list. We're doing mine.
We do. So we're gonna do 2 questions from this list and then two questions, right?
Right, where the other donor gave.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So welcome to the fun segment here.
So again, the first prize, nice screwdriver set, and I have a set of these, and these are really good quality screwdrivers. Beautiful. Much. And this is given by Mr. Glenn Ford Jex and his wife, Miss Margaret Jex.
Thank you, guys. And again, thanks to Elston Wade Jr. for providing these questions out of Birmingham Landing. Appreciate your contribution to the show week in and week out. Andrew, our first question of the night is, name the 2 cyclists who have each won 5 National Road Championships races. Wow, really? Name the 2 cyclists who have each won 5 National Road Championship races. Impressive? I didn't know these guys. I didn't know either.
Is that history to me?
Wow. 5 National Road Championships. That is amazing.
I haven't known I win so much.
Yeah. 2 cyclists who have won 5 National Road Championship races. Clue: both of these individuals took part in the race on Sunday.
Oh, okay.
I didn't put the lead mark off the put.
Is that giving it away?
No. But you shot, they're still red.
Yes.
So we're gonna win up on the start and then with this.
Wow.
Ring the bell.
Yep.
Wow.
So Robert Mullins will win this beautiful screwdriver set. Pick it up at the bike shop or have somebody sent over. I think Robert Mullins lives in the US, so.
You know, that's amazing, and I never know that. I never know Pope.
I never know
Pope and Lovell had that kind of resume. That is amazing. Great question, Elston. And congratulations to Byron Pope and Giovanni Lovell, because that is not easy to do.
The second prize, $20, also given by Mr. Glenford Jex and Miss Margaret Jex out of New York, but at this moment I think they are in Belize. Big up yourself, Mr. Jex. Mr. Jex watch every race, watch every show. He was at the shop today, and
Right? Who did call the group?
I don't know who did that.
Did got it by mistake.
Oh, okay. Yeah. The second question of the night. Name the siblings from three from. Name the cyclists. Name the siblings from three families who have each won at least one national road championship race. Let me repeat. Name the siblings from the three families who have each won at least one road championship. Okay, yeah. All right, good.
Those are some great questions.
Yeah. So you remember we add I'm not bringing a prize there. So this second prize we add a next prize from Mr. Jex. We add one. You can win a utility knife, a nice utility knife, along with the $20. So you get double up on this prize here.
Oh, beautiful.
And both prizes given by Mr. Glenford Jex and Mr. and Margaret Jex. So.
I'm sorry about that. They could put just the name or family, then select brother, sister. That
We prefer the on-site
Names.
how they are. That's the one we make nice name.
But then I name the exact sibling, like they name them two sibling names.
Yeah, so you have to put this. You have to put the siblings and names.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to.
No, not just the ex-brothers or...
Yeah.
Yeah, it'd have to be the names.
So name the siblings from three families who have each won at least one national road championship. This kind of pretty easy though.
Really?
Yeah, they put all that one thing. If you never had to put the names of people who don't get it,
Well, I go by what they funny.
yeah.
Yeah, we need the names.
You need names.
Need the names.
Actually, that's it. Okay.
But you know what? If they know the last name, they would know the first name.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true. That's it. Somebody to put names in all. Person come close, that's it. No.
You have the questions for the last one.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have the phone, right?
Yeah.
The siblings of three fathers who have at least one national. So they could dispute something, yeah, but I say, well, I go ahead on the paper though, like what I say.
Okay, yeah. You
You have them right?
Mhm.
Okay.
have the answers to right for the next two questions, right, George? And in the chat group.
Yeah, I remember the third one, yeah, my head got so if I can remember the second one. Okay.
No winners yet, man? But no double dipping.
One person get all the surnames, but about like it said, it's easy to get the names if you know the surname, but the person actually no other person that get the surnames in though. Yeah, keep the putting.
You have to say so and so, and so and so, and the title, so and so, and the title, so and so, and the title. What kit? You don't get this kit? No, you normally shop.
Keith Anderson?
I got a winner, I believe.
A winner?
George, you can't believe.
All right. So he said Justin and Corey, Giovanni and Greg, Justin. Yeah, we are
Correct.
Yes, correct. Ring the bell.
Absolutely.
When did it happen? When it happened, some people were putting tattoos because of the putting Kaya and Brandon. They technically are siblings now. I thought about the people maybe are disputed, but we go from where they got the paper and thing. Because they're not siblings, but then they said that more wish them. They said brothers, yeah, since you know. Then
Yeah, but Brandon never won a national champion.
oh, Brandon, okay.
He won a Masters.
Okay,
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Masters, not the.
So good thing you clarified that.
Yes.
Yeah. Because
that.
must have to argue.
Because a lot of people may put that, right?
Yeah.
And then they start to put Choto in it too. Everyone may know Noble there, and then they know Chavaria, but they don't put the training. But this person did it. Ariel, Gordon, oh that. Right now, Pops. Look right down there, I think.
Yeah, man, got you.
Now, where the first person to win, by the way?
The first person may win the
Screwdriver set.
Screwdriver set.
Okay,
And this person I win $20 plus a beautiful utility knife, but I never bring that up tonight because that's the thing.
$20 plus utility knife.
Yep. Yeah, Arel Garden. Yeah, here young Arel ride back in bike way.
That's nice.
I was going to ask if Brandon won, right? I think do you will say on Masters?
Masters, I think.
I believe so. I don't believe he's.
So coming up next, David and this open this up. Okay, Swali me.
Why?
And this is from.
Wow.
We have a top fan there in Houston. That's the teacher, Sheridan Garbat.
Look what's all in
What's
this.
in there? You got
Whoa.
You have scratch inside the league. Go meeting there. You have goo, and you have cycling socks. You even actually have the bicycle on it. So socks. You have 3 gels, a scratch, and the cup.
Scattered like Skittles.
Why? I wish I could win this prize here. But she promised, yeah, give me a cup.
If I leave this set, I could come back and win it, right? Like, no, no work so.
So this one of the. No.
Don't answer me, no work so.
It's got like Skittles.
I never carry it down in the answer. So because, and I have it down by the paper. I have the question to show the audience when they don't read it. But
and then I'll be quick and easy because and the young lady, Miss Sheridan, sent the question. So
all right. Go ahead and read it then.
all right. So you want me the first one, D?
Sure. Question number 1. What was the name of the 3-member team from Roaring Creek in the early 90s? And the answer is, what was the name of the 3-member team from Roaring Creek in the early 90s? The 3-member team, Roaring Creek, to win this beautiful cup.
Scatter like Skittles.
And the answer is...
Scatter like Skittles.
George, you thought I was going to read the answer, no? Fake you out, George.
Why are we
It's just for you guys as it is.
win this beautiful cup? Big up yourself, Sheridan Garbat. And she said she will continue for 10 prizes for the show.
Oh, wow.
She said she watched all the show, all the race. They said, Mr. Lunas, please keep you guys keep doing.
People, they want controversial of us. I want to check this out with somebody they say. But, like when we say we go by, what they on the paper too, and we don't got enough for this.
Yeah, we don't have it.
No, we don't got enough for this one. I thought.
Oh, don't have it well?
Yeah.
Ahmad Turrington 3 the hard way. That's right, Ahmad Turrington. Ahmad win pa ho, Ahmad ko win so. Ahmad win pa the bike after bike. You know, Ahmad that's one winner. So, Ahmad, tomorrow though you have to leave one angel for me because I need one angel for Sunday. Because I'm all day, so you understand? So pick up a prize at Urdun's Bike Shop tomorrow. Ahmad Turrington, the winner of this beautiful cup. Scattered like Skittles.
Yeah, for question number 2, we should have clarified who at least won one elite men's national road championship race.
Okay.
That should have been the clarification. And then there would have been no issue.
Yeah.
Because technically there might be other winners for you know, because we didn't specify women or men.
So
So
you have to make a decision now pan live. You might have to avoid the first prize.
no.
Huh? You know, like,
No, we won't vote.
so basically fans will go by
Right.
we will go by the answers with on this paper. So
Right, but there I could see where there is some ambiguity in that question. It should have, in all fairness to our fans, it should have worded for this specific answer. It should have been men elite road race.
men elite road.
And the men
okay.
elite road race, and then this would have been 100% correct. These would have been your only answers here. In that case, so we could have had other correct answers as well. But we have a winner, and that's how it goes sometimes, unfortunately.
All right. So
I'll double check that back at this. Yes, of the question for. So I had Bonnie select the question for you. So
okay.
Edit the thing correct now. Pass it.
All right, so blown to smithereens, Andrew.
Yeah. And the same thing. Open the D and see what all in there again.
So who again?
This prize is given
These
by
came from?
Miss Sheridan Garbutt out of Houston, Texas.
I wonder if she's watching tonight.
She's watching. She watched all the shows. She watched all the races.
Really?
She's a big supporter of cycling. She's family member to past cyclists. I can't say think as I might slow out some of the name, but say I got gel.
And she created the cups?
Yeah, she does
She got them customized?
Nice customized.
Wow,
Then
this
I like this one, yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
The bike is even branded.
Yeah, exactly. Scott.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Scott Attic.
It look 3D and all.
Yeah, no, it's nice. It's very nice. Well done. Well done, Miss Sheridan.
Now,
We
I'm
appre-
on the window.
We appreciate your contribution to the
I'm
show.
mad when the cup blown to smithereens with the goodies there in there, full up with goodies. I think a 3 gel, scratch, where you guys only gummies in there, and pair cycling socks.
Okay, and then this fourth one,
The same goodies in there, and this one are blown to smithereens.
So 20, it's a blow experience, right?
No, one are scattered like skittles, and one are blown to smithereens.
I'm on when the blow the spinnery.
Yeah, I'm mad when they scatter like
Oh,
skittles.
okay, because it's a new blow the spinnery.
Yeah. But my popular word then make an impact, right?
So what's the question for that one?
So the question for that one, okay, I'm not gonna read the question.
Don't get so excited. Don't get so excited about the prize.
All right.
I think you want to keep. I think you want to keep that.
I want to keep that cup for two. That's why.
You don't want to read the question, right?
So, what was the name of the members from said team? What was the?
Treat the hardware?
Yeah, the same tree they had. What were they? And please spell out the name there, in a one sentence. So I know I hear. Or when I want the, for this, you have to spell out the exact way I say in your case of the young ladies in it. You have to spell out the complete names. What was the name of the members from the said team?
What? We don't go with that? Oh, that's so fast.
Liani Choto, congratulations. Ryan
And Garbutt,
Garbutt.
Mateo Cruz, and
Mateo Cruz, Gilbert.
Cho.
Literally just beat out
Is that his last name? Gilbert?
Eccentric. Someone in there, the eccentric. I got a screenshot to show that Liana had the answer first. So.
Is that his last name?
Yeah, Cho, yeah.
Wow. Rest in peace. Gilbert Chun, right?
You were Cho, yeah. So, both, we have the two of the riders. Two of the riders are deceased. Mateo Cruz, who passed away last year, right? And Gilbert Chun was killed in a road traffic accident. So Ryan Garbutt remained. Ryan Garbutt, he's from the Garbutt gas station. In
Ryan,
Japan.
yes, and he is a coach too, cycling
Yes,
coach.
the Garbutt family gives a lot to cycling too. I think Mr. Garbutt, when cyclists are trained for cross country, you have a thing with the water, and you can stop in and get free water. You're not charged.
No, this is not when cyclists train.
Well,
all year round is free water at Garbutt's gas station.
Why have to ring a bell for that man?
Yes, man. You know, that's pretty cool because it's, you know, sometimes it's really hot out there, man, and you could always ensure that that'll be your spot where you stop and you can fill up on.
All right.
You just go inside and grab cool water.
Amazing.
Thank you very much, Garbutt, Mr. Garbutt and family.
So we want to thank everyone who won prizes, and we want to thank the Yes, Al, you didn't know that Mattia passed away last year.
Yes, Al Smith.
I think I didn't know. I'll never realize.
I didn't realize that. No?
Yeah. We want to thank Sheridan Garbutt for those beautiful prizes, and we want to thank Mr. Glenn Ford Jex and his wife Margaret Jex for their prize. You know, without them, no prize in the cars. Alan for giving up all about. The time fly by so quick. Thank you again. You want to say your closing words?
Yep. Guys, again, you know, thank you guys very much for joining us every Thursday night. It is a privilege to be here. Thank you for trusting us and giving us your time every Thursday, listening to us talk about cycling, sharing our opinion. With that being said, our opinion is our opinion. You know, we spend a lot of time around cycling. Definitely do our research before we come on the show. And you know, myself, I'm still competing and participating with a lot of these guys. So I do see a lot of things. I do have a great first-hand take on what's going on out there. So you know, when I share my opinion, you know, it's coming from a place of you know, a little bit more information than what the typical person may have, right? So with that being said, it's never personal. I know I called out some people tonight, which was my intention in a good way, to challenge them, Andrew, to maybe wake up a little fire inside of them, light a little fire inside of them. You know, I've always set the bar very high when it comes to performance. And you know, that's what I expect of people as well. I see a lot of talented folks here in Belize, and I want to, you know, help them in any which way I can to reach their potential. And that's one of the things when if I'm a part of racing here in Belize, sponsoring races or organizing races, what you'll notice is I always include all categories in my races, always, because it's very inclusive, and I want everyone to get better, and the other thing is too, I always try to make the events fun, you know, so they can bring out their family members and have a little fun, and just encourage good, hardcore, great competition, and at the end of the day, beautiful sportsmanship, right? That's the name of the game. Bringing a loving type atmosphere to the cycling community. Sometimes, you know, you guys may, you know, fuss and fight amongst each other, but when you put things into perspective, Andrew, it's a very small community, you know, the cycling community. You know, everyone knows each other. Mm-hmm. And, you know, personally myself, the way I look at it, I want everyone to try to accomplish, you know, whatever their heart's desire is what I want them to accomplish. But the other thing is to, a couple of things I want to say, right? Without great sacrifice, you won't have great success, no. Right? And the other thing I want to say, again, I'll say that without great sacrifice, there will not be great success. The other thing I want to add on that, to whom much is given, much is expected, right? To whom much is given, much is expected. So if we live by those two philosophies, I think, you know, if the talent is there, the work ethic is there, the determination is there, I think the results will come. Don't chase results. Fall in love with the process. Enjoy the journey. One of the things that I've said pretty much all my adult life is trusting the process. You trust the process and you enjoy the journey. Don't chase the results. Don't worry about the results. The results will come. Don't go into a race and said, I want to win this race. I have to win this race. I mean, it's good to think that in the back of your mind, but one of the things that, Andrew, that we have to do is we have to trust our process. We have to repeat that process every day every hour, every minute, every second, every day. Repeat that process over and over. Fall in love with the journey, right? Understanding that it is a sacrifice and I'm doing this, you know, for the end goal. So that's what I want to leave you guys with. Again, thank you guys for listening to us. Thank you guys for, you know, dedicating your time to this show. Thank you for all the support that you've given myself and Andrew. I want to say thank you as well for making this event on July 6th, Sunday, a huge success. You know, we've received the sponsorship that we were looking for this event. It's not necessarily a huge event because there's a lot of other things that we're not doing, but for cycling, it'll be a decent enough size event. Like I said, bigger prizes will be added. So thank you guys for that continued support. Andrew, thank you for your dedication and your love and passion for the sport every day. Thank you for allowing me to be on the show and sharing my opinion and sharing my thoughts. And with that being said, good night. Thank you guys.
In closing, DA, I want to say thanks again for always being a great co-host. I just had a thing what we need to share. So me and my beautiful wife went to have a little eat out on the 30th of the anniversary. And when we step out of the Midtown, when we step out of Midtown, there was a gentleman and some family members, and the man say, Mrs. Erdonis, he said, I want to, like he actually the bow down and said, I want to thank you very much for allowing your husband to go there. He said, I know the guy, I think he's from California, and I don't remember his name at this moment, but the sense of appreciation where the man showed, that are things like where have me driven, right? And then he come over to me and he said, man, thank you, we know how hard it is. He said, but you sacrificed, your wife sacrificed your time, and then really appreciate it. But when you hear that kind of kind words there, it actually, like I said, it gives you that drive, that energy, that knowing that you touch so many lives, right? And then you constantly get calls that you touch a lot of lives. You know, people are really called. You know, I can't remember all of the name, but I want to tell them, you know, thanks for you know, the encouragement, and you know that that you are doing something positive. Like we watch war all over the world, we see innocent people are dying. We watch how some of the system work. I mean, people they get unjust treatment. But here in Belize, we could have fun. We're not rich, but we could have fun, and our life is supposed to be about fun because life is already short. And so when you could have fun through sports, and you know, you could laugh and talk among each other, that's what life really about. It's not all the glamours of life. It's just, you know, what life of the simple. How do you phrase it?
A simple life, not the life of the simple.
Right, exactly. So great phrase. Yeah, so I had to share that, right? Before I leave, I want to thank Ms. Kaya Katus for, you know, bringing back the youth summer series. I mean, a lot of kids are excited. They will be out there, so thank you, Kaya. And then, of course, UD and the crew from Boone, where I have the race Sunday morning. I want to make sure that I get a good rest, can come out early Saturday morning and stream the entire day, so you fans can sit behind in your air-conditioned place or behind a TV or wherever you are and enjoy a day of cycling. With that said too, I want to thank Mr. Kevin Logan. I'm going to eat up some food now. Thank you very much. Again, thanking the people that give the prizes, Ms. Sheridan Garbutt and Mr. Glenn Ford Jex and Margaret Jex with the prize. All our cycling fans who always tune in every Thursday night. Thank you to the cyclists. If you know me the ride, I couldn't cover no race. We couldn't be here as a bike show. So thank you, the cyclists. You know, without you guys and the, you know, training and racing, you know, fans wouldn't see cycling. So I want to thank each and everyone. Everybody playing a role. But before I leave,
I was going to give a quick shout out, Andrew, to the guys that are actually having a fun time riding and training in Guatemala. So we have a group of guys there, Henry Lee, Jeff Mozingo, we have Kenyon Stanford, Jalen Briseño, Benita Gutierrez, and Dylan Leve. And those guys are enjoying a beautiful week or so of cycling. I wish I could have joined them, but then I had this event, or I would have been out there as well. But they're riding great. So guys, be safe on the road. Our thoughts and prayers are with you every day as you push through in your journey, and we'll see you back soon here in Belize.
Yeah. Yes. I'm getting back. I want to thank Jurgen, my son behind the scenes. I mean, the whole lot of work I didn't realize, and when I come up here and I realize how much things you have to do, then I see, putting a show together, putting a race together, anything you have to do, it's hard work, you understand? And so it might look beautiful on the screen, but it's so many things I got behind and I say, and they touch up, and I see names, I say, wow, you understand? So, Jurgen, I'd like to thank you very much for, keep the fans tuning in every Thursday night. Without you, we couldn't show the fans all these nice pictures and comments and the prizes. I want to thank his wife also, Rochelle outside, taking care of the two little handsome grandson. Even though I can't eruction destruction, they are the love of our life. And all my kids and the rest of grandbabies there, I want to say thank you guys. And last but not least, that beautiful lady, my wife. Thank you for always supporting me. She make a trip here every Thursday night with me. She don't want me to be alone on the road. Want to keep me safe. So thank you from the bottom of my heart. And like I said, have a blessed night. Everyone, be safe. Join us Sunday morning for a full day of racing. We are out.
As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn, racing through the streets and through the hills. As the wheels turn, every Thursday night we pedaling. As the wheels turn.